There we go. So we really can't break the one show a month record.
No, not at all.
No matter how much we try, it will never happen. But I'm a little pressed for time for nobody who watches this, and I gotta go do something at school. So we're just gonna roll right on it.
That works.
So when you saw It too, did you see that Suicide Squad trailer?
Are you talking about Birds of Prey?
No, it's like Suicide Squad and the Emancipation of
Yeah, it was
Harley
Birds of
Quinn or some
Prey.
shit. Like, was that Birds of Prey?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought that was kind of weird. It's like I was watching, I'm like, DC, the hell is this? Like DC, and like, what is Batman gonna go fight It? Oh my
This
god, what
one
is
thing.
this?
No, that trailer didn't play when I saw it. I mean, did it look good?
Yeah, like, it's unlike the first one. It actually looks like a movie. Like
Um,
it looks like it was shot on film or something.
it's got like a bunch of like controversy around it. Because like Hugh McGregor is in it, and he plays a Black Mask. I think I might have talked about this, but he's playing a gay villain supposedly.
Oh,
And anytime like a hetero actor plays a gay character, it's a little weird, right?
uh, I don't know. I part of me feels like people only have that controversy whenever they do it bad. You know, because like if it's a good performance, then everyone goes, "Oh, yep, no, they did the gay community a great service. They sure did." And when it's or yeah, you know, like when it's good, they do that. But when it's bad, they're just like they should have got a gay person to do it, or you know, like whoever represents that whatever thing they're trying to act as. I don't really care because I don't know if it's a good if they act good, then great. But if they get a gay person who can't fucking act, it doesn't really matter.
Like with It Chapter Two, spoiler alert with Richie.
Who has no arc?
I mean, he has like the most character stuff out of all the losers, but yeah, he's a gay character, but he's played by hetero Bill Hader,
Yeah, and
and
he's
nobody's
still in the
saying anything.
closet by the end of the movie.
Yeah, what a great cathartic point.
I
Even when he
know,
has a moment to tell his friends, he doesn't.
I know. Uh, so
But
yeah,
I didn't see the trailer.
but yeah, it was really weird because you know I see WB like WB and DC, and then up comes the red balloon. I'm like, I did I miss something? And then Harley Quinn just like walks behind it, and just smacks it with a mallet. Like,
Oh,
okay, that's a cool intro to a trailer. Way to throw me off guard.
you got me, WB.
Yeah,
Have you seen Shazam yet?
no, I if I'm probably gonna wait till like it's on HBO or something.
Yeah, fair enough.
Um,
But it's solid. Like it makes me. I mean,
okay,
I'm not. I don't have faith in DC yet.
I don't either.
Um, Please, but I did like Shazam quite a bit.
Yeah, like the news, or I was trying to like find the news story or find the trailer of it so I could watch it again, but I guess it's just in theaters, and I'm not like, about to go pay for it too just to see it to see that trailer.
Yeah, it's not being released online. They're literally only doing it in theaters.
Yeah,
What you don't want to see another like 3 hour movie of them finding totems that ultimately
yeah.
lead to
I
nothing.
don't want to see a 3 hour movie of the same like three scenes.
And again, I think I liked it Chapter Two more than you, but it's not good, right?
No, no. Like that movie straight up broke me in the middle. Like when you know Richie's in the park and he goes Richie, you know, like because like the whole you know dark voice sounds scary. Like just cracks me up because it's like only shit that children are scared of.
Yeah, it's
And I was the only person in the entire theater laughing, and I was laughing at the top of my lungs,
it's like
crying.
less scary than the first one. The first one wasn't even really that scary,
It
but the
really
second
wasn't.
one's less so.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think the reason why okay, so when I came out of the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told my friend who I saw it with that I liked it better than the first It. I don't think that's true. I think that's like my immediate reaction was because in the old miniseries, the adult stuff is so boring.
I think the adult stuff in the book is just bad to begin with because no one can seem to do it right.
But like, I haven't finished the book. I've only seen the miniseries a bunch of times.
I'm never gonna read that book. It is
Well,
too goddamn long.
clear like a month out of your time. But But yeah, so I don't know. I think I just liked the movie at first. My gut reaction was because it was better than the adult part of the miniseries.
Mhm.
But do I think it's good in retrospect? No, no, I don't.
Yeah. Um, so moving on, MoviePass is going to, or has actually shut down, and the next story is
Did you ever have that?
I had it, when everyone was like, "You mean that we can watch any movie we want for $10?" That's when I had it. And I
Regal is doing something like that now, and I it makes sense for me to get it. But at the same time, I'm like, but Movie Pass like imploded, so it makes me wary of it.
yeah, I don't like live near no I yeah, I don't have the Regal one. My friend did it with AMC, and I don't really live near an
Mhm.
AMC. I don't really like to go to the theater very often anyway because not a lot of the movies were good this year. Uh,
True.
so it just hadn't really seemed like a big point for me to even get it right now. But but yeah, they're shut down.
Do you care? I
Nope,
don't feel anything.
nope. I liked it when everyone was going around like, they're gonna get shut down, but we don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I never got it. I mean, the Regal one, maybe I will. But I don't.
Uh-huh.
I'm just scared now. I'm worried that I'm gonna get it. It'll fall apart.
Maybe, maybe. Um, did you see the? I didn't really ask you to watch this trailer, but you've seen the Terminator Dark Fate trailer, right?
Yeah, I did.
Do you care at all?
That they're rebooting it for like the third time. It's like a trilogy of like fake remakes, like false
Yeah,
starts.
because like I really despise when they say, "Hey, those sequels that didn't count. Well, we're starting over. We didn't count. We don't like how it went, so we're starting over." Like, fuck off. You just do something different then.
I've got such a weird feeling towards that because I get it. There are like I get skipping some sequels that are
Hmm.
garbage, but at the same time, I feel weird for like the people involved who made those movies.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's like, um,
the huge amount of hard work that goes into making something like that.
like the I don't know the craft services guy on Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, and then when Superman Returns came out, his daughter's like, "The one you made is no longer canon, Papa." He's like, I know, and like a single tear rolls down his face
Oh,
as he's
dude.
sitting in front of a big picture of the poster of Superman 4 or something. Like it just feels weird that like I don't know. Again, people put work into these
Hmm.
movies, and now we're like not counting them. Having said that, I I don't care about the Terminator franchise. Like I never really I like Terminator 2 a lot, of
Hmm.
course. Terminator 3 I don't care about. Rise of the Machines. I remember liking it the first time I saw it, but I know everybody doesn't like it.
Hmm.
But I don't remember it that well to say if it was good or not. And then isn't Helena Bonham Carter in that one for some reason?
Dude, after like Terminator 3, they ought to start to like become a blur to me.
And then there's Terminator Genesis, which I never even
I
saw.
didn't even see it because I didn't care about it.
But this one, they're bringing back Linda Hamilton because that's
For
the thing
those
now.
people that care, I
Well,
don't
that's like the
care.
new thing. We bring back, I guess, old cool women.
You know what? I was watching a movie with my friend the other day, and it was last night actually. We were watching Bubba Hotep because I was showing it to him, and so you know what? That's something they don't really make anymore. Old people movies about old people being old. Like Cocoon takes advantage of the fact they're old as dirt, and it causes drama. But like when you get some old people being fucking Superman and shit, I don't. There's no weight to anything that happens on screen.
I know Halloween, the new one would have been better if Jamie Lee Curtis had to constantly take like her pills in the morning.
Yeah, or
Or, like
she was like walking around with like a limp or a cane, or she got tired easy.
she had to spend 20 minutes every night putting on lotions and creams before she went to bed.
Like it that gives weight to me, and everyone just like walking around like they're fucking immortal.
If like Linda Hamilton when she gets out of that like car in slow motion, if the camera pans up and she's covered in shingles.
I mean, I know you're joking, but I really want shit like that in a movie.
I mean, look, I did you know that what's his face is in it? The kid who played John Connor in T2,
Why?
because he's John Connor in T2.
I mean, I thought the one in T3 was pretty okay.
Yeah, like, if you're gonna do a direct sequel to T2, you have to have that Edward Furlong. That's his name. Although I think he's like a bloated
Yeah,
drug
he was
addict
like
now.
he was a bad drug addict like back then.
I wonder, he'll probably get
Can
killed
he
off, right? They'll
act?
probably. I think he was in like one of the Sharknadoes, but
Ugh.
I'm sure like he'll have maybe like one scene where you find out that he died or something, and not Linda Carter, uh, Sarah Connor is like the new Messiah or something. I don't know. Do you think she's gonna die in this movie? That's what I'm guessing. She'll die at the end.
Uh, yeah. I think there's going to be an instance where like she's going to be the Kyle Reese character for someone else.
She'll have a hard fall, and then she'll have to go to the hospital, and her health will like spiral from there. Because that's what happens to old people usually.
Yeah.
I don't. What was I gonna say? I do like Mackenzie Davis a lot though.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in that. She was in Blade Runner 2049 where she
Mhm.
also played a robot.
Mhm.
Then she was in Tully where she also played a robot. So she's got the whole female
Yeah,
robot.
she's got the I'm not really real character down.
I got you, Tully, didn't I?
Yeah. I showed Megan, she loved it.
That's a good movie. I was gonna
Yeah,
watch
it
it,
is.
and
It,
I didn't.
yeah, it's good. Okay, so now into the trailers. These should be really quick except for that last one. Uh Countdown. I think it looks like a cool slasher, you know?
So you sent me that trailer, and I'm watching it, and I was like, why the hell did she send me this? I was like, I don't like. I love horror movies. There's like nothing in it that is like tickling my fancy.
Oh,
And then Tom Segura shows up,
I know.
and I was like, what the? At first, I didn't believe it. I was like, is that Tom Segura?
Yeah, I did the same
And then
thing.
he starts talking, and I'm like, fucking Tom Segura's in a horror movie about a killer app. Fuck yes, I will see that movie.
Right? Like I was just like I just put it on. I'm like, oh hey, here's like a little horror thing. I like that woman. Hey, I like that guy. I've seen them and stuff. And I watch it. And I'm like, fuck, comedy in a slasher film. Oh my god, we've made it back.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be good,
Oh
but I
god, no.
will
But I
see
think
it.
it'll be fun.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it feels like it was written by like a 50-year-old like showbiz agent guy or
Yeah.
something. Like, hey, what do the kids like these days? They like these apps. My granddaughter's always on the apps. A horror movie, apps that kill. And then they're like, just make the movie.
I know. I know. But yeah, I mean, I think at least it'll be fun.
Yeah, maybe. I
Because
mean,
it doesn't look
yeah,
boring. It could be so bad it's fun, or it could just be legitimately a fun slasher movie.
we might watch it at some point on this if it is
I
successful.
kind of hope. That might be one of our first you gotta go to the theater to do this one.
We're both pretty broke. Let's maybe
Yeah,
not do
that's
that. We'll
true.
see.
That's true. I do have to scrounge for a spare cash in my car.
Yeah, do you really?
No, it's not that bad, but I mean it's not like I have a whole lot of spare, money to do things in a month.
Like I found $2 in my car. Oh, we're going to Taco Bell for dinner.
2 tacos. Fuck yeah.
It's a good night. It's a good night.
um so Rise of Skywalker trailer, which hardly is a fucking trailer.
Yeah,
I was pissed. I'm
okay.
pissed just in general about this whole thing, but I want to know what you think.
Of course we will both see this movie. All right, that's
I don't
already.
know.
You're really not going to see a fucking Star Wars movie.
So dude, I've been watching the Mr. Plinkett stuff for Star Wars and just more Red Letter Media stuff, and I'm just like, I kind of think I might just sit this one out. I'm not really sure what I want to do because like, there's no part of me that says I want to watch this.
I feel that too, but I also feel like I'm just going to see it.
Oh, it's episode 3. We just
Yeah, kind of.
we saw the first two. Just gotta finish this shit.
But I like Last Jedi. Like,
I do too.
I think it's weird, right? Because I liked Force Awakens. I liked it fine. Last Jedi I really liked, but I think just like everybody talking about it so much and shitting on it and all
Mm-hmm.
the weird stuff going on, it's just like burned me out on the series. And it's a
Yeah.
series I've consistently liked the movies for.
Yeah.
It's just because like all the toxicity around it
Mhm.
has legitimately taken the wind out of my sails. It's a
Yeah.
movie that I should rationally be excited for because I like the other ones, but it's coming out and I just feel nothing at all.
Yeah, like I get why people don't like Last Jedi. I get, that constantly subverting expectations is a little boring, but
Right.
that overall message of let's move on,
Mm-hmm.
I was so excited.
And
Yay,
they're
new
following
things.
that
And I
up.
know we talk about this every fucking month, but
Yeah,
I just new things, new things. And they say, we're doing old things, old things. I don't care.
we're gonna take it a new direction. You got to kill the past, all new things, bring back Palpatine. It's like, what? How'd you get there?
Remember Darth Vader? Oh, I
Yeah,
remember Darth Vader.
it's funny, but it's so true. And it's weird because like again, I'm not even super against bringing back Palpatine because I do like him as a
Oh,
character,
yeah,
but
I mean,
it's like
or was it Ian McDermott? Or
but
Ian,
like
or something like that. But dude's
yeah, you're
good.
right, it's Dermot.
Yeah, yeah, he's good. He's fun.
But it's like you had a Palpatine character. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. Why do Snoke at all? Why not just start off with Palpatine? I don't understand what they're doing, but I'm like morbidly curious to see what happens. Like I feel like literally anything could happen in this last movie. Like
Oh yeah,
anything from the past could get brought up, and I'll be like, yeah, well, of course they did that.
no
Like,
one's ever really gone.
yeah, Jar Jar Binks could come back, and I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, why not? I
Misa
don't.
warn you.
I'd be like, yeah, that. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised. Boss Nass could just randomly
Uh,
walk on. Like anything old can come back. Like
mm-hmm.
people are thinking maybe Anakin's ghost will come back. I'm like, yeah, I guess that makes
Yeah,
sense since
sure, why
episode.
not? I don't.
So
Yeah.
they're using footage of Carrie Fisher from Force Awakens and Last Jedi, right, to make this movie
Why?
because she died.
Well, she filmed like a good bit of her scenes, didn't she?
No, no, nothing for this one.
Really?
This is all new.
Huh?
Like when I say all new, I mean all old. But yeah, it's all old footage. But like, if you watch Force Awakens and Last Jedi, she's like pretty different, right? Like she's
Yeah.
aged a lot.
Yeah, she's aged. She's like a basically just a plot device now.
So like, are they gonna have scenes if it's cut from both movies? You're gonna have scenes of her looking younger old, and the next scene she'll be like skeleton old. Like that's gonna be fucking weird, isn't it?
I thought they learned their fucking lesson every time they try to bring back an old character. Cause like, episode 3 ends with fucking General or Grand Moff Tarkin,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so far away that you really don't even care. But it just come on, man. It's like even people who are really gone are never really gone.
We get it.
Yeah, just
I see you, Disney. Um, I don't know. Like I'm like 90% sure because everyone hated what happened with Luke. We'll have a scene of his Force Ghost doing cool shit, like quote
yeah,
unquote badass shit, like fighting the Emperor or something. Like I'm sure it'll give dummies what they want. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Other than that, I don't have much to say. I was talking to a class I subbed at about this new series, and I
Oh
was like,
boy.
I think there's a real problem with the new characters because they're so poorly written and not
Mm-hmm.
fleshed out. I can in no way predict where they're going, and I don't care.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that I mean, I don't Dark Ray, yeah, fine. I don't. I
Cool.
guess
It's probably
I
a
don't know.
force cave. Who cares?
Yeah, who who fucking cares? They should have that in the trailers. Force Cave, who gives a shit? Just give us your money.
Yeah. Buy the ticket, eat your popcorn, and leave.
Don't look at us in the eyes while we do this to you.
All right, last trailer. I didn't even know that this was being made. Three from Hell, the sequel to Devil's Rejects, a movie that ends with the main characters dying.
Yeah, I already have my ticket for it. So
Like, dude, I was like flipping back and forth while I was watching it. Like, man, this looks really cool. Oh wait, but wait, what? But Rob Zombie. Oh, but wait, this looks really cool. But it's like Rob Zombie. This looks really cool. I don't know where I land on this.
I have a complicated relationship with Rob Zombie.
Me too.
Sometimes I think he's great, and sometimes I think he's everything the people who hate him say that he is.
Yeah.
He'll make movies that I think. Okay, I will say this: I don't think he's ever made a great movie,
No.
but I will say some of his movies are enjoyable to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I like what he does.
Yeah.
I like his characters. Um, but God, he sucks as like a script writer. His
Oh boy.
dialogue is terrible. His like camera work is kind of getting worse
Yeah.
as it
It
goes
it
on.
this thing looks like a student film in some parts.
Did you see 31, his last movie?
No.
It looks so cheap and so like poorly made. And then well, what have you seen by him? I know you've seen Halloween 1 and 2. You've seen Devil's Rejects? Have you seen
Yep.
Corpses?
Yep, I have.
Have you seen Lords of Salem?
No.
Okay, Lords of Salem, again, that's one that everyone kind of. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so he made Lords of Salem, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it a lot. It's not perfect, it's not great, but there's enough good in it, and it's kind of different for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a super violent like thing. It's like about like witches, and I don't know. I dug it quite a bit, but most of his fans kind of hated it. So he made the movie 31 after that, which is the movie he said he felt like people wanted him to make.
That's never a good sign.
Yeah, and I mean you can tell his heart's not in it. So now he's making Three from Hell, which is a sequel to the movie most people think is his best, Devil's Rejects. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'd say it is.
is this something he wanted to make, or is he just like, well, people only want to see this shit, so I'll just
Yeah,
do this?
I don't know. It's like I'm a big supporter of, just like a movie and a sequel and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm good at 2 movie arcs. But also like the Rejects have like such a great like story in the Devil's Rejects. Like to me, like he is definitely an acquired taste, but
Yeah.
I just I love the going out in the blaze of glory sort of thing because like you follow these horrible, irredeemable people, but you kind of start to like them toward the end,
Mm-hmm.
and just to see them go out in a blaze of glory, is you just like instantly respect it. And he just kind of fucked that up.
I know you're saying Blaze of Glory, but also, well, what if they didn't? What if they
What if the cops
survived?
missed every single shot and they landed every single one, even though they were bloody and almost dead anyways?
I guess they just missed all their arteries and vitals. I don't. Have you? Captain Spaulding looks so old in this
Dude,
movie.
he
Sid
looked.
Haig.
Sid Haig looks bad.
Well,
I know
he was
he's
in the
old as
hospital.
shit.
He was in the hospital this last week because he like fell,
Oh
and like I
man.
said, old people when they fall, that's like how they die.
Yeah,
Um,
it doesn't bode well.
but I guess he's only really in like one scene of this movie, which
Mm,
is a bummer. But I get it; he's old. What are you
yeah.
gonna do? But yeah, like I said, I already bought my ticket. There's stuff that, again, you're right. There's stuff that looks cool,
Mm-hmm.
and then they cut to weird shit like a luchador and a machine gun,
Yeah, and it looks bad.
or like Sherry Moon Zombie in a Native American headdress, and I'm like, what the fuck even is this? Like, I was reading an article, an interview with Rob Zombie recently, where he's like, well, they don't make horror movies that I like. I like horror movies from the 70s. I'm like, we fucking know that, Rob. Like, every one of your movies tells us that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, that man does not know what the definition of subtle is.
No, and at this
And
point,
that's
I
what a
like
lot of 70s horror is.
and he's like a pretty old dude himself. Like he ain't
Yeah.
gonna fucking change or do anything new. Like this
Mm-hmm.
is what he's doing. I get it. Um, but yeah, like next time we talk, I will have seen it, so I can talk about it. I guess.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, like I don't really have anything else to say. Just like I wasn't expecting to that this was even in existence.
Well, it is. We'll see if he shits on the legacy or if he makes a decent movie. I don't. I feel like it'll. There's no way it can be a decent follow up because that Devil's Rejects ended it so well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Look, I'm curious. I will always see a Rob Zombie movie. I'm curious. I will see it.
Okay.
I might just be frustrated. Who knows?
Yeah. Before we get into our movie, I watched the original Suspiria last night.
Oh, really? What'd you think of it?
If I hadn't seen the remake, I'd have no fucking idea what that movie was about. It's like I'm just watching it. I'm like, this Dario Argento does not know how to do like like subtle horror because like there's just colors fucking everywhere,
Yeah,
and there's just music is just in your fucking face. I'm like, I can't even hear people talking.
yeah, you're not wrong. I think I told you the new one is better. It's just a
Oh,
better movie.
absolutely, it's a perfect movie to me.
But I appreciate the
Yeah,
old one.
yeah.
I like the way it looks. I like the
Hmm.
music, but if there's the characters don't matter.
No, and it's got some really creepy fucking ways to die.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
out of fucking nowhere too.
Yeah.
Like death always is like just out of frame.
But like, yeah, it's not great. It's just
No.
it's important. You can acknowledge that,
Yeah.
but the new one is way better.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the anamorphic lens the whole time because like it almost made like reality was just unfolding all the
Yeah.
time. And if they kind of let me in on the whole witch thing, I'd have been down for it because I love a good anamorphic lens, but yeah, I after all, I'm just like, is what the fuck is this even about? And then like almost at the very like right at the beginning of the third act, you have Udo Kier saying it's witchcraft, and I'm like, is it? They haven't done anything witchy.
You didn't do his funny accent that was like dubbed over. It's just a bizarre
It
movie.
really is. I do love the colors. I love some of the framing. Like, there's a lot of great framing. There's a lot of great lessons in filmmaking in that movie.
Yeah.
Just not in script writing.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
I'm glad you saw it though.
Yeah,
I
me
didn't know you
too.
saw
I
it.
enjoyed myself. Um, so now we're gonna go into our movie. What did you think of Blackkklansman?
Okay. Well, why did you pick it? I'm curious why you picked it.
So I really, really liked it. And on rewatch, I I liked it slightly less. I think it's because I watched Mo Better Blues for the first time like a couple weeks ago, and it kind of just stained me for Spike Lee because like I love him when he's angry because when he's angry, his movies are awesome, and when he's happy, his movies don't really have anything to say.
Okay.
And I think he was just fucking angry as shit, and he made Blackkklansman, and I, it's an entertaining movie to me. Um, I think the main character's really fun, and I know the true story. I'm not exactly sure like how much is Hollywoodized,
Mhm.
um, but I thought Topher Grace was a really fun version of David Duke. And like he managed to straddle that line of fun and this dude's a this dude's like probably one of the worst people in living right now. um, I thought it was kind of funny that the leader of that chapter of the KKK was like, like, "Hey Dale, stop being so racist. That you're gonna get people to leave." I thought that was fun. I love his cinematography. I liked how it ended with it kind of had a happy ending, and then it kicked you in the nuts, and then it ended with you know like a short recap, and it was like it didn't it fit perfectly to have the Charlottesville riot thing at the end, and I feel like that's what inspired him to make Blackkklansman in the first place. Uh, And but yeah, like I liked it slightly less just because I knew what all was gonna happen the second time around.
Mhm.
But I still really enjoyed it.
I hated this movie.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. Nah.
I'm like, really? Come on.
No, I enjoyed it. So the basic plot is you have this detective. Um, he where's this take place? Where are they at? They're in
Colorado.
what
Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs. It's in like the '70s. He's a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty racist police force.
Mm-hmm. Historically
Um,
racist.
he decides to like kind of infiltrate the KKK by using a white proxy played by Adam Driver,
Mm-hmm.
who sometimes, as we've stated, looks like he's 20 years old, and sometimes he looks like he's 50 years old or something, or 45. He's a weird, ageless man with a big nose, but
Yep.
he's good in this. Um, and yeah, it's just about this cop and this guy and them getting into the KKK. It was I liked it. It was simpler than I thought it might be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's like a negative, I guess, but because maybe I heard all the hype around it,
Hmm.
I thought it was a lot simpler. I also thought it was a little it was almost like too black and white in some ways.
Yeah, that's a fair critique in some of the parts of it.
Like I thought the racists were so like cartoonishly evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some of them definitely were. Like the one who was just sitting there calling Adam Driver, like Jewish slurs and shit.
Right.
The guy who looked like he was like fucking brain damaged. Um
He was from I, Tonya.
oh really? I've yet to see it, and it's like on Hulu and I just haven't done it yet.
It's a good
I know,
movie.
I'm just kind of like waiting to do it for some reason.
Watch that next at some point. Not for this, but
Yeah.
if you watch a movie at some point,
Mhm.
watch that
Okay.
because you'll like it. Um,
Um
but yeah, yeah, that guy is retarded in this movie.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't like I said, I did enjoy it. I thought some things were like some of the cinematography was really weird. Like some choices I didn't really care for. There's like that weird long dance sequence.
Yeah, that it felt shorter the second time around, but boy, that first time I watched, I'm like, "Does this seem like 5 minutes long?"
I'm like, they're doing the full song. Okay, they're doing the full song and the dance. Great. And then like the ending I thought was a little jarring. The moment where like they're kind of talking how like she can't be with him, and
Mhm.
then they both pull their guns out and just kind of stops with their story.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, the guy, Ron Stallworth, like, he had, like, a long career, and, like, his famous picture is, like, him wearing a KKK robe, and there's, like, 4 others behind him.
Oh really?
Yeah, and, like, that's all the people who were in the Klan that he de-radicalized.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's got a really cool story. Um, but yeah, like I'm a sucker for that Spike Lee shot, like the zooming hallway sort of thing.
But what
Uh,
did it mean in this? Like, I don't get it. It just kind of
yeah,
did that.
it was definitely forced in,
Okay.
because like in Malcolm X, it serves the story perfectly.
I've never seen that. So
It happens like when he's about to die, so it's almost like he's leaving his body before it actually happens.
Malcolm X dies in that. They're doing the ending for me. Um, I like the main character a lot.
Hmm.
Um, but I almost feel like more could have been done with him.
Yeah.
Because I really like the idea that he's a black guy, but he's almost like it seems like in the beginning he's kind of unaware of like the struggles that like black people are going through at that time.
Yeah. Like he almost like he's supposed to be like the audience proxy, but like he also is like, come on, man, you should know this.
But again, I like the idea of him kind of like realizing like, oh shit, like things are way worse
Hmm.
for my people. I need to do something about it. But I feel like that element could have been done maybe a little bit better, maybe like his awakening to the stripe of what's going on.
Hmm.
But other than that, I don't really. I did like him a lot. I like Adam Driver. I it was weird in the beginning. They set up the whole. They make a comment where they make the whole like white savior thing of a white guy saving people or
Hmm.
something. But then that kind of happens
It
at the end
does,
of it.
yeah.
I was like, well, that was weird. But again, I guess like maybe it had to because like just the time period and
Yeah,
the
and that
situation he's
still
in.
kind of happens sometimes.
But yeah, like a lot.
Yeah.
Um, the only I did like the one element that I thought was interesting as far as the racist characters was the wife, the housewife.
Oh yeah, that's probably my favorite critique of it.
But again, she was so cartoonishly evil too.
Hmm.
But the fact that it was someone you wouldn't suspect, like you see
Yeah.
this kind of dopey wife from like the 70s, you think maybe
Hmm.
she's going along with because her husband is, but no, she's like heavily into these beliefs.
Yeah, and a lot of times in like like the race movies, like the bad like the racist's wife or close family member doesn't really know what's going on, and they squash that
Exactly.
shit immediately.
Yeah, no, she's like horrible.
Oh god. Like I was expecting them to go that cheap way. It's like, "Oh, she doesn't know anything." Holy shit. She desperately wants to be a part of this.
And I like that. I did like the ending that like you think it's got like this uplifting
Mm-hmm.
moment, but then it just gets like undercut.
Yeah.
And that's you know, I like that his boss was also kind of a prick.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I felt like just more complexity could have been given to the characters, I think. It seemed like everybody was either good or bad.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't any like Adam Driver I thought maybe would reveal himself to be not racist, but
Mm-hmm.
more like blissfully ignorant or something, but he really wasn't. He kind of comes around to the fact that he kind of like didn't talk about his being Jewish, but then like that never really gets followed through on. I don't know, like you know what I'm saying. I liked it, but I felt like there could have been more complexity to some of the stuff in it.
Yeah. Part of me kind of feels like that is definitely needed, but also it's hard to add that stuff to an already long story.
Well, cut that dance sequence because
Yeah, definitely
it
cut
wasn't
that.
funny.
Yeah, because yeah,
Actually, most of the love stuff didn't really stick with me. The relationship stuff.
yeah. I think it's like a metaphor for just how some people like perceive black cops back then or maybe now or something. And but yeah, it wasn't anything that I already didn't get from the movie.
Well, I think her
It could have
point
been there
was
because it had actually happened or something. I don't know.
her. Well, no, I looked into it. She's not a real person.
Really? So they just added that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I feel like her whole point was to highlight what I was talking about with him being unaware of like what black people are going through.
Oh,
But again, I feel like if that was maybe strengthened more in the writing, you wouldn't need her. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah,
If they didn't
I could have
un-
just got that from the speaker at the beginning.
he was great.
Oh God, yeah.
He was in Walking Dead as a completely superfluous character, so I'm glad
Hmm,
he got like a part with some meat to it.
that's good. Um,
But and I did like the girlfriend. Like I
yeah.
just thought that the whole their relationship didn't really click with me. Like I thought it kind of took away from the movie a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They could have maybe added more depth to him and Flip's relationship, Adam Driver's character.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I said, it was just a little too simple.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I did enjoy it. Yeah, I'm glad that I watched it. He was great. I really liked him a lot. He's a Denzel Washington's son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome, and he had like one of the best movie throws I've seen in a long
Dude, that
time.
thing is cool looking.
Everything, like even the way he dressed, like should I start dressing like that?
Just start wearing a fur coat in the middle of Las Vegas.
Yeah, like can I start wearing like maroon suits? That would work, right?
That happened to me yesterday. Like one of my instructors just walked into the soundstage wearing like a Sergeant Pepper's jacket, and I'm like, I kind of want to start dressing like this.
literally, literally, Kate, the exact same thing happened to me. There's a professor of social work at UNLV. He's this little short, super sassy, fun gay man, but he dresses so good. And he came in one day wearing like a scarf and like a little knit jacket, and like I was like, should I start dressing like that? I can't do it now because I have him; it'll be noticeable. But give it
Mm.
a year, and I start buying new clothes.
Yeah, like I just kind of because it was like a black jacket and it was like lower thigh length, and it
Mm-hmm.
just had this beautiful gold trim that was like that old flower sort of wreath pattern, just going up the lapel all the way around and on the cuffs. I'm like, God damn, that's a fucking cool jacket.
There's a fly jacket. But yeah, I don't have much more to say about the movie. I
Yeah.
liked it. I'm glad I saw it.
Some parts of it did like just make me cry because like some of the stuff like the old man talking about that thing that happened like in the early 19th century.
Yeah, I
That
agree.
had me going because I know that shit like that has happened.
I
Um,
agree. My only thing is a lot of that stuff. Like they made a lot of like weird jokes that I thought were super heavy-handed. Where I was like,
yeah,
I don't get it. Like
yeah.
this
This
movie's
movie is
about,
very heavy-handed.
like they're like, oh, my favorite athlete's O.J. Simpson, and they like look at the camera, and I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
When they're like, make America awesome and good again. Oh, like make America great again. You really
I want to say they
like
actually
it.
say "Make America Great Again."
I don't think they say that. But they say something very similar
Yeah,
to it.
this movie. this movie like definitely, says, "Hey, like like I think it's not being subtle like on purpose, and
Mhm.
that
Okay.
that's a strength to it, and that's also kind of like a weakness to some of it, like like you said, and like I don't know, like just it was also just very effective ending with the Charlottesville thing because like I've never forgotten that woman's name and the whole incident because it was just like what the hell is happening?
But again, I kind
Yeah,
of felt like
yeah,
it was heavy-handed a little bit. It's like, oh
yeah,
hey,
yeah. It
it's
is.
happening today.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, like it's good. It is heavy handed. It's well shot. It's got some great characters, but it's also got it's got some negatives. Like there's like it's by far not a perfect movie, but
Right.
I'd say it is a good movie.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I like I said, I'm glad I saw it. I did like it.
Yeah.
I just there's other things that I was like, it could have been maybe a little stronger in some areas, and I thought it would have been like a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But where it's at, no, I definitely enjoyed it. I'm glad I saw it.
Yeah. So what are we watching next time?
Oh, get get ready to hate me.
Ooh.
In time for the Halloween season, which is probably when we're going to record this next. We're watching 31,
Uh
Rob Zombie's last movie.
God damn it. I should
Let,
have seen this coming.
let me tell you, it's his worst.
Ooh. Oh man. And I thought Halloween 2 was or no, I thought El Super Visto was his worst.
No, this is worse.
No, why?
Yeah, I don't. Your reaction will make me laugh.
Well, that's what this show is about.
Yep, we're back to the shit.
Yay! Oh my god. Well, that's man, I just feel exhausted thinking about it.
As you should. And you're not going to enjoy it. I can already tell.
Mm,
You're going to be texting me like, what the like the dialogue is so terrible, and
ugh.
it's just like killer clowns because Captain Spaulding is popular. Like you'll see, it's bad. It's
All
so
right.
bad.
All
But
right.
this is a movie he said he felt like he should make for the fans.
Yikes. Okay.
I can just feel it. I can just feel just the disappointment in your
Like
soul. Like,
I was expecting like some crazy fucking titled movie.
nope,
Ugh.
that simple.
All right. I I guess. Well, till next time.
Bye.
Bye.